A better life doesn't usually begin with a big decision. It begins quietly, with how you choose to spend your time when there is nothing forcing you to choose. Long before circumstances change, habits do. The Stoics understood this deeply. They believed that the quality of your life is shaped less by what happens to you, and more by what you repeatedly practice in private. Your free time is not empty. It is formative. What you return to each day, without pressure, without applause, slowly becomes who you are. It shapes your patience, your discipline, your ability to remain calm when life becomes difficult. This is why two people can live similar lives on the surface, yet experience entirely different inner worlds. One feels scattered and restless, the other feels steady and grounded. The difference isn't intelligence, it isn't talent, and it isn't luck, it's direction. In this video, we're not talking about hobbies as entertainment or distraction. We're talking about hobbies as quiet training grounds for a better life. Practices that refine your attention, strengthen your character, and teach you how to live with intention instead of impulse. You don't need to adopt all 10. In fact, doing so would miss the point. Choose one, practice it consistently, and allow it to shape how you think, respond, and move through the world. Because a better life rarely announces itself. It reveals itself slowly through what you choose to practice every day. Hobby number 1. Reading to refine your thinking. Reading is often treated as escape, a way to forget reality for a while. But the Stoics read for a different reason. They read to refine their thinking. Not every book deserves your attention, but the right books quietly reshape how you see the world. When you read slowly and deliberately, you borrow clarity from minds that have already wrestled with life's hardest questions. You learn how to think, not what to think. This kind of reading trains patience. It stretches attention. It teaches you to sit with ideas instead of reacting emotionally to them. Over time, this habit changes how you respond to life. You pause more. You judge less quickly. You stop confusing noise with truth. A better life often begins with better thoughts, and better thoughts begin with what you allow into your mind. Hobby number 2. Writing to clarify your inner world. Writing is not about talent. It's about honesty. When thoughts stay in your head, they feel heavier than they are. When you write them down, they become manageable. The Stoics used writing as a tool for self-examination, not to vent, but to see clearly. Writing forces precision. It reveals contradictions. It exposes emotional exaggeration. When you write regularly, you begin to understand yourself instead of reacting to yourself. You notice patterns in your thinking. You see what truly matters and what doesn't. This habit doesn't make life easier. It makes you clearer. And clarity is one of the greatest advantages a person can have. Hobby number 3. Walking alone. Without distraction. Walking has always been a Stoic practice, not for fitness, but for thinking. A quiet walk without music, without notifications, without urgency, allows your mind to settle. At first, this feels uncomfortable. The mind looks for stimulation. But if you stay with it, something changes. Thoughts slow down. Priorities reorder themselves. Problems lose their emotional charge. Walking like this teaches you how to be alone without feeling empty. It strengthens your relationship with your own thoughts, and a person who can be alone without distraction is far less dependent on the world for peace. Hobby number 4. Physical training as discipline, not ego. Physical training is often about appearance. The Stoics saw it differently. They trained the body to strengthen the will. Consistent physical effort teaches patience. It teaches restraint. It teaches respect for limits. When you train without obsession, without comparison, without ego, your body becomes a teacher. It shows you that progress comes slowly. That effort matters more than motivation. That discomfort is survivable. This habit spills into every area of life. You stop avoiding difficulty. You trust yourself under pressure. You become more resilient, not just physically, but mentally. Hobby number 5. Learning. One difficult skill. Choose one skill that challenges you, not something easy, not something instantly rewarding, something that requires focus, repetition, and humility. Learning a difficult skill trains delayed gratification. It teaches you to respect the process. You learn how to fail without quitting, how to improve without praise, how to stay patient when progress is invisible. This habit reshapes your relationship with effort. You stop rushing life. You stop expecting shortcuts. And slowly, you become someone who finishes what they start. Hobby number 6. Practicing silence. Silence is a discipline, not the absence of speech, but the restraint of it. When you practice speaking less, you begin listening more. You observe instead of reacting. You think before responding. The Stoics believed many problems are created by unnecessary words. Silence teaches emotional control. It teaches timing. It teaches humility. Over time, you learn that not every thought needs expression. Not every opinion needs defense. This habit strengthens self-respect and presence. People feel it, even if they don't understand it. Hobby number 7. Creating something with your hands. In a digital world, creating something physical is grounding. Wood, clay, metal, paper. Working with your hands slows the mind. It brings attention back to the present moment. This kind of creation teaches patience and care. Mistakes are visible. Progress is tangible. You learn to value craftsmanship over speed, process over outcome. This habit reconnects you with effort and with reality. Hobby number 8. Voluntary discomfort. The Stoics practiced discomfort on purpose. Cold, simplicity, restraint. Not as punishment, but as training. Voluntary discomfort reduces fear. It teaches you that comfort is not necessary for well-being. When you choose discomfort occasionally, life loses its power to threaten you. You become adaptable. You become calm under pressure, and fear begins to fade. Hobby number 9. Studying human nature. Instead of reacting to people, study them. Observe patterns, motives, emotional triggers. This habit builds understanding instead of resentment. The Stoics believed most harm comes from ignorance, not malice. When you study human behavior, you stop personalizing everything. You gain emotional distance. This creates compassion, but also boundaries. You become harder to manipulate and calmer in social situations. Hobby number 10. Daily reflection. At the end of the day, pause. Ask simple questions. What did I do well? What did I avoid? What can I improve tomorrow? This practice is not about guilt. It's about direction. Daily reflection keeps your life intentional. It prevents drift. And over time, small adjustments compound into profound change. Conclusion. Choose one. Practice. Quietly. You don't need all 10 of these hobbies. Trying to do everything often leads to doing nothing. Choose one. Practice it quietly, consistently, without announcing it. A better life is not built through dramatic change. It's built through steady practice, and the habits you choose in silence will eventually shape the life you live out loud. If this video helped you see personal growth differently, like the video, subscribe, and take one idea with you today. That's enough to begin.